Welcome to the demo of our livability application. Users have to look at multiple factors when relocating, such as air quality, walkability, and housing price, to name a few. These factors are usually fragmented across different sources. We hope to create a space where you can research neighborhoods based on your preferences all in one place. This here is the homepage for our application. And for our livability app, it shows two key searches. One is the comparison between two zip codes, and the other is the comparison between key livability metrics. So here in the first one, we can type in two different zip codes here, whether they're in the US or the UK, and click compare, and this will bring us to our comparison page where we'll be able to see detailed views of both of them. And similarly, for our search areas here, we can type in a zip code or a state and choose a housing price or life expectancy key metrics, and it will search and provide all the results that match these key metrics when you click the search button here. And when we have the zip codes here, we can click each of these to see a detailed view of the zip codes, which Stephen will talk about.
Thank you, Sharik. So here's the detailed zip code for a UK zip code in the area of Runnymede. We can see that it compares values like rental price with the national average. So we can see here that in this zip code, rental prices, for example, are slightly lower than national average. We can see this in the bar charts as well for housing prices and rents, and also life expectancy. We can see here that the life expectancy is slightly higher. We can also directly type in a zip code here if we know what zip codes we want to search for. So here is a US zip code detailed view. We can see here that it has the same charts, including historical housing price data and rental price data. And I will hand over to Octavio.
Yeah, so Stephen was showcasing the deep dive. Sometimes you want to actually compare two places because you may be considering more than one option when you're moving places. So with the comparison page, you actually can do that by easily looking up two different areas and comparing them side by side. So for example, if I'm considering moving to London, I'll just choose NW35, which is a zip code that's close to North London, close to Camden. And I'll compare that with 11217, which for those New Yorkers out there is a zip code in Brooklyn. So there you go, side by side, you get results for both of these zip codes. The data is more or less standardized so that you can compare values in dollars for average property prices, rental prices, and even air quality, which is shown using a rating scale out of 3 for air quality. You can also see some charts comparing the data side by side. In this case, the British zip code has higher property prices and life expectancy than the Brooklyn zip code. And I'm going to hand it over to Paul, who's going to talk about similarity.
Thank you, Octavio. So our final page is the Explore Similar page. This page is aimed at helping users identify new areas within the UK and the US that they may enjoy. So say you enjoy living in the DC area, you can enter a DC area code right here and then press the search button. And then you will get the zip code that you entered and also 3 other similar zip codes, either in the US or the UK. This time I got 3 in the UK suggested to me, but I can also just hit that again and I'll get different results. This is very similar to the comparison page, except this one was designed when you might not necessarily know where you want to move. So in addition to that tabular data, we also have this graphical data showing average property price, rental price, life expectancy, and walkability score. The query generally shows you zip codes with equal or more desirable attributes like lower rent or home price or higher life expectancy. If you don't like these options, feel free to go back to the top and hit refresh again. That wraps up our presentation. Thank you for listening.